Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizka Amelia. My student ID number is 332100030. I'm from class 33.6A.01. In this occasion, I would like to present my classroom management project 1. And part 1 is about communicating with students. Communication skills are most vital for interaction with students because the act of teaching itself requires them. In your role, you are responsible for comprehending and breaking down complex information, conveying this information clearly to your students, both verbally and in written resources. Presenting in a manner that sustains their attention and listening to and resolving their questions or problems. The better your communication skills, the more effectively you can perform the task. And here are 5 ways to improve your communication in the classroom. Number 1 is create a safe learning environment with supportive relationship. It has been proven that supportive relationships between students and teachers have a positive impact on class engagement, participation, and the student achievements. This is because when students feel supported, they are more comfortable expressing their own thoughts and ideas in class discussions, attempting challenge, and asking when they need help. Higher level of engagement and participation then lead to better developed knowledge and greater achievement. Number 2, more teamwork. Teamwork and group discussions contribute to making the classroom a more comfortable environment. By working in small groups, students are able to share their ideas more easily and improve their own communication skills. These activities also give them a good opportunity to ask you questions and get feedback on their work, leading to effective communication between you, better understanding of the lesson, and academic benefits. Number 3, body language. Communication is not only verbal, but also non-verbal. You should ensure that the signal you are giving out through your body language are positive, confident, and engaging. For example, making eye contact with students when you are talking to them shows that you are being supportive and attentive. Making eye contact is also important when you are presenting to the whole class. It motivates everyone to pay attention, which helps them to learn as well as making them feel involved. As a teacher, you should use gesture to emphasize your words. This increases the interactivity of the lesson, making it more visually interesting and hence more memorable. Keep your arms open, do not fold them, and use smiles, nods, and thumbs up to encourage students when they participate. Moving around the classroom while you teaching can help to remove the barrier between you and your students and give them less opportunity to zone out or get distracted. Number 4, active listening. Active listening involves listening carefully to what your student says, checking that you have understood them correctly. For example, repeating back to them what you think they have said, building on their ideas and challenging or questioning them. It is the best approach to use to foster understanding in the classroom and is an excellent example of effective communication. Number 5, feedback. Feedback is also an important component of communication in a classroom. There have been many studies focusing on feedback in recent years. It has been shown that positive feedback builds students' confidence, making them more likely to believe that they can succeed, and helps to create a supportive environment and increase academic success. You can also use positive feedback to modify students' behavior. For example, praising a student for having their hands up is likely to cause the students around them to stop shouting out and copy this behavior in order to be praised themselves. Now, part 2, solving the problem. Problem number 1, usually students like to talk because they sit close to students who have the same trait. So Mr. Eleazar may have to rearrange the sitting position of the students and put the noisy students in the front seat. If a student is playing with a toy or object that they brought from home during class, Mr. Eleazar can ask the student to put the toy or object away. And if the student does not do so, Mr. Eleazar can confiscate the toy or object at least until class time is over. Problem number 2, students who are disruptive in class are often attention seekers. Students who are considered naughty or problematic, such as Zefano, actually have problems at home that he cannot solve. Miss Giandra can use a personal approach with Zefano to get him to open up and share his problems. Give more attention so that Zefano does not feel alone. If Zefano feels safe and trusts Miss Giandra, maybe Zefano will change his attitude for the better. Problem number 3, Miss Yehezkiela can address the issue of teasing by implementing a comprehensive anti-bullying program in her classroom. This program can include regular discussions about empathy, kindness, and respect for one another. Miss Yehezkiela can also encourage positive peer interaction by assigning group projects and activities that promote teamwork and collaboration. Consistent consequences, such as loss of privilege or extra excitements, can be used for students who engage in teasing or aggressive behavior. And that's all for my presentation of Classroom Management Project 1. Thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.